All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah, I thought I would pop in here. So much going on. When there's a lot of stuff that can feel like it's confusing or hard to process, I like to pop in here and chat directly with you guys. So, going to start first, let's welcome our newest members of the Love Train. This community is continuing to grow organically in such a beautiful way. We have two new subscribers from London. Wow, London, so many of you now. And I know some of you have even connected and met with each other. And that's just so amazing. Um, just the growth here is beyond what the noodle can comprehend, and I love it. And it's all purposeful because my guides always remind me that people who follow their energy here were drawn to this experience, and that we're all strategically placed around the globe where we're shining our light. So big welcome to you. Um, Also new from Denver, Colorado. Welcome to you. Another new subscriber from New York City. A welcome to you. And also we have new from Phoenix, Arizona as well. Many, many in Arizona too. So yeah, I did this. I didn't plan that, but that's when I pulled this chart. Pulled this at 11:11. Now, for those of you who are watching me on Pacific time, I know this says Pacific time. I did forgot to change that to an M. I'm still in Cabo and I'm on Mountain Time. So this was my 11:11. If you guys wait a few minutes, it'll be true for you too. um, yeah, I wanted to hop in here because these energies are really, really intense, and feeling it in the body in many different ways. So I'm going to start with the Schumann, and there were some questions that I definitely wanted to get answered here for you guys today. Trying to see if I can see the chat. All right, yes, I can see it. All right, good. Want to be able to see if anybody has a question that I can answer as we keep going here. All right. Hi, Annie. Welcome. All right. So, all right. If I move the melon, right, this was there. This was yesterday, right? We talked about the angel wings. So that was the front half of the angel wings. Here's where it never really ended. Hang on, the melon's on the move. All right. You can see this kept going and going and going and going. And a lot of you are probably feeling this. Tell you where crazy, I'm having really bizarre, the heat in the body again, but it's heat in the body without sweat. So it's like this internal warmth. Also solar plex action. And my guides told me our solar plexes are getting an upgrade, and it's related to the inner child healing that is going on. What? I know. So, solar plexus is our power center. So, this is good. This means that to me, that our inner child is really, really feeling their power. They are gaining an understanding over things that that they didn't understand, and that this is how the healing comes. So the healing is really an understanding of why the emotion was generated to begin with. It's not, I need an apology. I need, right? Why did they do this? Why did someone behave that way? Because what helps aid in the healing is forgiveness if you were part of a trauma. And I know, like, our old definition of forgiveness meant that you had to tell the person, hey, I'm sorry, even though I think what you did totally sucked. That doesn't, right? How's that going to, doesn't make the adult feel good, definitely doesn't make the inner child feel good. But, and if for those of you who need it, I have a template for a forgiveness letter. And what the whole purpose of forgiveness is, it's a state of being that allows you to release dense energy. It's a state of being that allows you to release the dense energy. And so if you've been carrying it and carrying it and carrying it, the only thing that the inner child wants is an understanding around the situation. And if you use this template, it walks you through the steps to get out of your chest everything that you resented, that you're mad about, that you felt like got taken from you, all of that. But then having the awareness, right? Where's your level of consciousness? Having the awareness then to say, wait, they were totally unconscious, and they really did, they did not know on a true conscious level what they were doing. And this is why we're having this, grand awakening where we're all of our consciousness levels, including, yes, including those who wronged you, they're ascending too. And as we awaken to the truth of who we really are, we now create from only pure love and light. And that is the reality that you end up experiencing. We are not bringing a new version of the old. We're not having to fix a broken old. We're reconciling anything that was left unfelt, unfinished, reconciling it so it falls away so that you can then focus, and we're all focusing forward. What are we creating? Okay. So I wanted to share that because forgiveness is a huge piece of this puzzle. And if you're holding on to something and you're resenting something and you feel like something's gone, that's a beach ball that you're holding underwater. And I say that with compassion because I'm not saying that you're consciously holding on to it. But if it's in your field, it's come forward to be healed. And when you really sit with this process, you are absolutely able. Listen, I never thought I was going to be able to forgive my own situation. Then my God showed me that I chose it. Yep, we chose it. We chose to be here during this time. And we also chose to come forward to allow the healing of those energies so that they're never recreated again. So that's not motivation. I don't know what is. So I got a beautiful message in a channeling session that I listened to this morning. And that was that our only responsibility, our only responsibility is consciousness and love. And so the challenge is, can you see love in every situation? And I can already hear the noodle soup boiling. Already hear the noodle soup boiling. How do I find love in a situation when something's doing something to me? Someone's being mean to me, someone, blah, blah. Because you can choose in that moment to love yourself enough to not give your power away. So if something's in your field, people are agitating you, can you choose to love yourself enough in that moment to not let it aggravate you? There's the challenge. And it's not really a challenge. You find that it actually frees you. It actually gives you freedom. And for anybody that did suffer a trauma, for most of you, if you go into your heart, the thing that you desire more than anything is freedom. So you can focus on freedom. How can I find freedom in my day? You're now counterbalancing that dense energy. Remember, as we raise in consciousness, it's pulling up the dense energy. So how can you transmute it, take it back to the light? Choose to focus on freedom. Choose to focus on freedom. And there's many, many ways you can do this in your day if you really think about it. Freedom to choose what you eat, freedom to choose that, align yourself with that. And, find the energy that you're looking to create and focus on that. Let me see, what do we got? Observation, a lot coming up in the collective, and have had people being offended by choice. Okay, give me more intel here. Do you mean offended by your choices? Too bad. This is so other people's opinion of all of us. Other people's opinion of us are none of our business. In other words, how can we have to mind our own energetic business and understand that if they're judging you in any way, if they don't approve of your choice in any way, that don't give your power to them. It just means that they're not at the same level of consciousness. And I don't mean that as an hierarchy. There's not. We all ascend and awaken at our own divine time. But can you look at them with compassion and just say, they're not on the same frequency as I am right now. So they're unable to even understand. Many times they can't hear a word. You're really speaking another language when you're in a different frequency. So, okay, someone believes your choice will negatively impact their future. Well, you still stay in your power. You still stay in your power. You have to be the light. And by being the light, that is the only way that you can impact their energy. And many times that means you have to be, and trust me, bang my head against this wall many times. And I still get this. I still get this. I have friends that do not understand, that can't understand how I'm not back in Los Angeles yet. Wasn't guided to go. And I see now that I'm in this time and space and in this specific location for a bigger purpose. It's a purpose, it's bigger than me. And um, and it's, they're like, well, you abandoned our friendship, right? There's all kinds of stuff going on, but I have to still keep being the light. I didn't do anything to anybody. I'm following what's in my heart. And I tell them the same. What's in your heart? What's in your heart? And by the way, you can come visit me anytime. Anyone can. I love a party. I love visitors. So I hope that helps you. Let's see. My choice. Yeah. Yes, 100%. Always stay in your power. And by the way, I understand, especially with the holidays coming up, staying in your power, not like use this opportunity. Are you going to make decisions for yourself based on guilt or shame, or based on, but wait, we've done this for 50 years. It's tradition and nobody likes it, but nobody's got the balls to come forward and say, you know what? This holiday tradition is not working for us, and it hasn't for a long time. But how can you be the light? If you do want to go and you're going because you're going to be your light, that's different. Understand that you have the power within you by staying in your light and not entangling with family or friends or whoever's at that holiday dinner. By staying in your light, you have the power to impact the entire atmosphere. And just like somebody walks in and slams the door and everybody goes, oh crap, this isn't going to go well. It's the opposite. Go in and shine your light. And if you find that you're getting triggered, some other people's pain bodies are coming into play, excuse yourself and go take a walk, go take 3 deep breaths, get your stuff back in, because nothing can dim your light. Nothing, especially like, look, hello, do you see this? This is high frequency stuff that we have never before embodied. Your light is so, so powerful. Use it. Go within, take those 3 deep breaths, and then go back in there and just allow whatever frequency you're not resonating with, just allow it and observe it. But the main thing is observe your own energy. Super important. And thank you for bringing that up, because I know that we are being called upon to make decisions that make other people uncomfortable. And when I say, like, you don't, other people's opinion, I couldn't be more serious about that. And that doesn't mean that I look forward to hurting people that I love. Absolutely not. But the most loving thing that I can do for anybody I love is to be authentically me. Hey, and it's the same for each and every one of you. And if you're putting on a mask or people pleasing, and then how you are the one that ends up feeling crummy because you're not being authentic. And you can be authentic and still be loving. 100% possible. Don't apologize for being you. It's how most of us got here. We all got into the shit storm by not being authentic, by trying to make everybody happy, by trying to fit in. No, fit out. You're unique. How can I fit out? I'm unique. I have a unique message. Like, you guys come here and meet me, this is what you got. This is what you got. I'm not a different person, no matter where I go. And it took me a long time to accept that and allow it. And then we tell you the freedom that you get when you do that is beyond words. And making somebody else uncomfortable because you're standing your ground and speaking your truth in a loving way is the most loving thing that you can do for them, because you know why? You will inspire them. I want some of that. I want some of that. So, yeah, let someone say, oh, Stephen, people make me feel like I'm abandoning them. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of words that get thrown around, right, in our society, about, how we should act. We don't should, don't should the bed. That's my motto. Do not should the bed. And truly, you can still Be loving and compassionate, but do not dim your light. Do not dim your light for anyone. Um, and so Stephen, it's so funny that you said that, remember, a sense of entitlement is literally comes from a total state of unconsciousness. It's that they're not giving. So whatever you think the world or other people are withholding from you, you're not giving to yourself. So if you don't feel like you're getting love or attention, it means you're not giving it to yourself. So really let that sink in. But also on the flip side, if you are aware of these things and you see other people asking things of you, like they want attention from you or they're saying they're needy, um, what are they not giving to themselves? It's always that way. Okay. So because what we remember, giving and receiving is the same energy. So if you want more love, if you want more love to come into your field, show yourself love. One of my favorite statements is, and why would I deny myself love in this moment? So if something busts out in front of you and you go, okay, this happened for me right now, I don't see any love in it, but I know I can always say, I'm not going to deny myself love in this moment and I'm going to stand in my power. So it is always an option and it's a choice. And when you become the observer, right? Don't get entangled. Don't get entangled in somebody else's energy. Be the observer and go, I wonder why they're upset. Why are they triggered? Why is this right? Is me being in another city so important? What is it? So you can have compassion from that. And then sometimes you are able to guide them if they ask you, only if they ask you for guidance, because I learned that too. Just because we've got knowledge and experience now as we ascend, and as of course, especially you guys, you're here, you are seeing the bigger picture, you're already stepping into your higher consciousness. It's very tempting to say, hey, wake up. I got answers and you're not listening. I can make you feel better, but you're not listening. Nope. That's entanglement. And all it does is jack you up. It jacks you up. It doesn't help the other person. Just observe, being an observer, and observe your own reactions. Observe your own reactions, because then you can say, ooh, did I just deny myself love in this moment? And so it's always about energy management, guys. It's about energy management. What am I focusing on and what am I giving my attention to? If you're still looking at the news and you're still pissed off, about anything on there, you're in the rearview mirror again. And remember, we can't create new from the rearview mirror. My guide said, if you're driving and all you do is look in the rearview mirror, eventually it's going to impact your outcome. Same thing happens in creation. We must create from new. We must create from new, not from the rearview mirror. The stuff that pops up in the rearview mirror is popping up to be healed. It's popping up to be healed. So we observe that too. We observe it too. What messages are my body giving me? Are you mad at your body, or are you going, oh, wait a minute, something's going on in my body here. So this means there's an unhealed emotion that needs to come forward. So thank your body. Thank you for bringing your beautiful intelligence forward. And now I can observe this. I can observe this as a message. And what is it that could be possibly coming up for healing? And if you need some help, you guys know how to find me. I'm not exactly hiding over here. All right, let's take a peek at the chakras, because there are, I do want to answer, there was a question also in the community from yesterday. And I love that you put this in here, by the way. Someone asked a question about grounding, because I was talking about with this highlight, grounding is critically important. Yes, grounding and getting hydrated. Drink water. I know with this heat in my body, I'm automatically wanting to drink more. But you absolutely can ground from the comfort of your bed. I do it every morning as soon as I wake up. So how do we ground from bed? Easy. First thing I do, especially if it's when you wake up, because I don't know where my soul's been wandering at night, but it's been busy. And when I wake up, it does take me a second. First thing I do is I call myself fully into my body. So, like today is Friday, I call myself fully into my body. Friday, November 8th. I give it the whole, I want to make sure there's clarity because we're jumping timelines all the time. I want to make sure it's coming in now, right? So I call myself fully into my body and then I just close my eyes and I take 3 deep breaths. And as I inhale, I exhale my energy. Remember, grounding, you're just directing your energy down to Gaia's heart. I exhale down to Gaia's heart. I breathe back up into my heart. I exhale back down to Gaia's heart and just repeat that 3 times and feel the weight of your body sink into the bed. Remember, the physical body is not needed for grounding. This is an energetic grounding. So you can absolutely direct your own energy. Yeah, so that's anybody who may be bedridden or you just don't feel like going outside today. Fine. You can ground from wherever you are. If you're in a chair and can put your feet on the ground, the if you are able to get out into nature, the reason is that you're just literally directly connecting with Gaia's energy, but a building or structure does not prevent you from energetically grounding in any way. So I hope that answers, and thank you for bringing that forward because there are that has come up in the past. Also, another way of grounding: eat root vegetables. There was a period of like 3 or 4 months earlier in the year when we were having like these big spikes of energy. And man, I was just guided. I was eating potatoes like crazy, like day after day after day. And then it switched to oranges. So, there's lots of ways that you can connect with Gaia's energy. Anything that grows in the earth is directly, you're consuming her energy. But absolutely, you can ground from your bed any time. It 100% works. You're not missing anything by grounding from there. What else? A couple of other things. Let me see. Oh yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but some of this that's going on with this energy is lack of appetite. And I'm a foodie, you guys. Had my morning cup of coffee earlier today, and then I was like out of habit, right? You cruise the fridge. I'm like, what do we got? And then I was like, I'm not hungry. Why am I looking here? I'm not hungry. I'm going to go meditate. So, lack of appetite absolutely is one of these. Some people too, I'm seeing a lot that are saying they're having itchy skin, like for no reason. So there are some physical things coming through. My guides did tell me this, that the physical body is upgrading. Lots of upgrades going on in the body. So they are temporary. Like with this one last night, I definitely, when I woke up this morning, had the ringing in the ears, and that's how, and when I looked at the chart when I got up, it was probably like right around when this stuff was going on. Again, so these are all supporting the angel wings that happen. Okay. Because see how it's in the upper chakras? What it's doing is with the angel wings promotes more awakening. And then what this is doing is this is releasing, the red stuff is releasing what's a dense energy. And then the green is your integration. So and you see this is all upper chakra. Why? Because they're bringing forward intuition. Those of you who have gifts, my intuition is like so crazy loud. And when I pick up, like yesterday in focus group, you guys, I don't know if you could tell, but here's what's really cool. My guides wanted me to bring forward 3 particular members of the group because they had shared with me each stories of how they were creating abundance and maybe didn't see it. And so, because it's new, right? How we create abundance in the 5D is new. And I had not called them forward. And when I started talking, all 3 of them ended up right at the top of my screen because they were raising their hand to share. And so when I tell you that it becomes effortless, it does. But at the same time, as people were sharing, I was getting messages from their souls. Like it was coming at me like a waterfall. And I know that I reached out, and I do owe one of you a response. I did respond to all others. There's one that I owe a response because I think we're going to hop on a call because it's such a juicy share that, but yeah, can I tell you, don't doubt your gifts coming in. If you start feeling that intuition and going, ooh, that was right, don't say it was a one-off. It's not a one-off. This is how we move forward in this new dimension, is we rely on our intuition, and it's not a one-off. All your gifts are coming online. You should really start to be sensing the energy now too. And I know many of you do. Instead of like waiting for the graph to come out, or before, if you see I'm going to do a live, take a few minutes to yourself and say, hey, wait, how have I been feeling? And then see because I'll tell you why. This for me zonked out again, out like a light, slept like a bear, which is normal for me. I did wake up at my normal. I was happy that I was up before. I love watching the sunrise. That's one of my yummy, yummy, yummy starts. And the sunrise here is so gorgeous. But I digress. What I'll tell you is though, when you feel first and then look, you're starting to practice trusting your own energy coming in. Okay. We feel first, then we take action. And then as a result of taking that action, then we know after. Okay. Let me see. I see Tammy. Hi, Tammy. I see. Oh my God, I made a live. You made a live, Tammy. We had a great conversation the other day where you recognized that you had a creative project that was already going. Many of you have already started things, and then the noodle got in the way, maybe, and says, how do I monetize it? And it's more important that you follow your energy and say, wait, this brings joy in my heart, because when you align with your heart, and I'm going to be diving deep into this in the next group class. The next group Ascension class is, gosh, in just like 2 weeks from tomorrow. It's going to be the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd at 12 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to dig into stuff like this. We all have an inner and an outer purpose. The inner purpose for everybody, which I've been blabbing about for months, is to focus on your own awakening, right? Focus on your own consciousness, your own awareness. But the outer purpose, which changes, is always tied to something that you feel in your heart. You feel a heart connection. And one of the ways that you can tell if it's a heart connection or if it's in your mind is, does this benefit more than just me? If your why, if you're thinking this only benefits you, you're in the noodle, and now it's something that you have to chase and go get. And then when you get it, you're fighting you're defending against losing it. If you're afraid of losing something, you're not heart aligned. So how do we get in alignment? So for me, does this benefit more than me? 1,000%, because my vision is a fully awakened globe. And for right now, I'm more than happy to have this beautiful love train, and all of the pieces fall into place. I never know. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I literally follow the energy and take the next step. And then it comes to me. I take your feedback. I see what's going on, and then I'm able to process it, and I already have the tools. Each of you is uniquely qualified to share your message. Each of you is. And so, just practice getting it out there, whatever it is. Speak your truth. Let's see. Okay, some pinched nerve. Okay, so that's anything that's been persistent, Stacy, is there's an emotion tied to that. There's an unhealed emotion tied to that. So you can do some inventory. What's been, and by the way, it doesn't matter where it is. That's just where it's settling in your body. What is it that you need to let go of? Notice what's in your field too. So right now with these energies, what it does, it pulls up. It's going to pull up. And sometimes we push it away. We don't want to look at it, or we go, oh, that's too painful. Those are the things. It's the beach ball underwater. What could you possibly be still holding on to? And sometimes it's not immediately. But if you ask your guides, what is this? Ask your body. Quiet your mind. There was an amazing meditation that came through yesterday. Oh gosh. And you don't need to know the lingo. It was Journey to the Field of One. And it's in the community. I posted it yesterday. That is an energetic reset for all of us. It's an energetic reset for all of us. And when you go into that space, so Stacy, you can go listen to that if you didn't get it yesterday. Go in and listen to it. It's in the channel here. And then ask your body, is there anything you need me to know? Is there anything you need me to know? And see what comes forward. And you may hear just an emotion, you may hear about an experience, it may trigger a memory. So that would be how I would recommend starting that process. Okay. Let's see. Lily, I notice when I help those I'm in alignment with, I never feel drained. Yes, because like energy attracts like. Yeah, absolutely. Good share. It's very true. And when you feel, again, this is all about feeling. When you feel a conflict in frequency, you just hold your light. You just hold your light. And many times I have found, like, it took me a long time to figure that, zip it. Stay there, smile, and zip. Sometimes I get mad, I'm smiling. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to smile, because when I smile, my heart smiles. And whether you like it or not, that's good for you too. So, it's all, it's a discipline too, guys, to learn to stay in your power. But remember, I'm telling you, this came through in a channeled message that was so powerful, that our only responsibility is consciousness and love. So am I in my heart right now or in my head? And am I judging myself for something else? So let's see, Stacy. Oh, see, she says that's helpful. Every once in a while, Stacy, my guides come through. I'm kidding. She said, I was just thinking, I notice it when I'm dealing with family business photos from a divorce of my own parents. And there you go. So forgiveness letter, but more importantly, get out all the resentment. There's dense energy. Now oh yeah, there's a lot of dense energy. So yeah, you just need to come to peace with all of that. So hit me up, Stacy, if you need the I actually updated the letter too to make it really potent for right now, for what a lot of us are going through. And it makes sense. There's inner child is really digging in the bottom of the barrel, and they are empowered. Let me tell you, do not see your inner child as weak. They are anything but. They're actually taking the lead on their own healing. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Stacy. That'll help more than just you, for sure. There's a lot of pent up resentment and unhealed emotions bubbling right now from childhood or early life experiences. And so I commend you for bringing that forward, because you helped somebody, whether you knew it or not. See, that's why it's important for us to speak. And there's no judgment here, ever, ever, ever. Only love. Someone that was interested in judging, they're going to go right past this channel. They're not even going to look. All right. I did promise to show you the chakra chart. Let's take a peek at that. And it will explain why my solar plexus are, they're going to get some deep breaths and a plunge in the Sea of Cortez today. Because I'm feeling this one in my solar plexus for sure. But of course I did a quantum inner child healing. So mine are like, ooh, they're doing a dance. Let's see, Michelle, I've had hip pain off and on for the past year, worked a stressful job, switched jobs, same field but different place. Hip pain left. Yeah, okay. Michelle, glad you brought this up. So when you switched jobs, did you switch your frequency too? When you switched jobs, did you switch your frequency too? That's the key. Now, beauty is, it's not too late for you to change your frequency. So there's something, and again, it's playing out in the job. So this again can be a issue, an older issue. I'm feeling like it is. It feels like it's old, not the hip thing, the energy thing, the emotional thing piece here. So there's somehow that you feel you're being um, perceived in the workplace that stems from a different experience that you had, and that's how it's playing out. So you can email me. Yeah, see, you left the office and now, oh, you're on a short leave and now it's gone. Yeah, there you go. So if you have to go back, how can you stay in your power? So there's something in there is, yeah, something's triggering you there. So, but listen, triggers are information, right? All of our triggers are information. So look at the trigger. And that's where, but email me if you need help with that. Because like I said, the waterfall is open. All right, I'm trying to move my melon so you guys can see. What? Oh my gosh, look at this. This this was yesterday into last night. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, all chakras are getting the whammy. They are getting the whammy. You can see the very active solar plexus here, which is also the same as the heart. This is the upper chakras, the root always. One big thing that's become very apparent with the inner child healings that I've been doing. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. I love you. Thank you for coming in here and sharing that. You are not the only one that doesn't feel good at their job. So, but you can shift. So, by the way, for anybody that does not feel good at whatever their current job situation is, you can still shift your energy, focus forward. What outcome do you want? And then just tell yourself, this is temporary. This is temporary. And you can still show up with your light on and notice what energies are coming at you, what people are coming at you. Remember, nothing happens to you. What can you give to yourself that you're not getting there? Right? If we feel like we're not getting recognition, we're not getting attention, we're not getting acknowledgement, give it to yourself first. Power yourself up. Power yourself up. So, all right. So again, here we go. This is, all right. So now you can see when this levels out like this, we're in integration. Now, guys, here is what I have noticed. For me, when we get into integration, I feel it more. The light feels good to me. For some of you, it will be the exact opposite. The light can be triggering a lot of anxiety. Now, I do a ton of work to integrate energy as it's coming in. So I am in a place where I've released a lot of dense energies that I used to carry. So the energy, when the light comes in, it flows easier through me. But then with the integration is where I start to feel stuff coming in. I can start to feel it. I've felt it for the last like half an hour. I can feel the energy shifting in my body. So for many though, this can stir up a lot of anxiety because it's this high frequency energy that your physical body is not ready to receive yet. And so it's got to settle and it's got to integrate. Additionally, it's pulling up those emotions. Additionally, your solar plexus are getting an upgrade. Our entire physical bodies are upgrading with all of this because we are becoming more of a light body. We're becoming more crystalline. The noodle has no blessed idea what this is. The noodle will tell you this is impossible. And I invite the noodle to look at the evolution of man and see that we have always evolved. And this stage of evolution we are in right now is a spiritual evolution. And it is about us remembering the truth of who we really are, which is we are light focused into the who man. This is a focused holograph, whatever the word is. Oh, I'm not into perfection, guys. That doesn't pay off either. All right. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out on a Friday. And hello from Denver. Hi, Robert. And again, do your best, manage your energy, hang in there. The stuff that's coming up that feels so muddy is coming up to be healed. And so see if you can find some peace in that and just observe it and say, okay, this is coming up to be healed. And please reach out if you need help. I love you guys so, so much. I am here to support all of you. And I am focused forward for all of us so that we can all jump into this creation stage. Because let me tell you, this light isn't coming in for no reason. No, no. This light has fun written all over it. And even if you can't see that today, that's okay. I see it for you. I see it for you, and I look forward to co-creating with all of you um, every week. Every week. We do it in focus group. So have a beautiful weekend wherever you are. And I'm going to follow the energy and I'll pop in here as I see fit. All right. Take care, guys. Have an amazing day. Love you.